Hare Krishna. Today we'll start with the Bhagavad Gita. We finished chapter 5 previously, so now we're starting with chapter 6. The name of the chapter is Dhyana Yoga. In shlok number 1, I'll just share the screen. In shlok number 1 over here, Krishna is saying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that is Krishna. There's only one Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Only one. There cannot be many, but then they would not be called supreme, right? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is all that we need to understand. These days, Bapuji in the satsang is talking about Janma Karma Cha Mein Divya. That we are born, we take birth out of our previous karma and the reaction of it. But Krishna, he manifests. Remember, Krishna doesn't take birth because he's everywhere. He's omnipotent, omnipresent. He's present everywhere. But he manifests in that Supreme Personality of Godhead form, Krishna. Right? So Krishna manifests out of his mercy. But we take birth out of our previous karma and the fruits of them. Right? And so over here, that Krishna, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, is saying, one who is unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of the life. And he is the true mystic, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. So over here, Krishna is talking about that performing the duty, acting, right, in Krishna consciousness, doing everything for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna, performing our duty, whether that is duty to our family, our duty to our spiritual master, our duty to Krishna, our duty at work, right? All of that, if we are doing that without being attached to the fruits, right? Without being attached to the fruits, that is the main point. So here Krishna is transitioning that first he's continuing to say that performing our actions, our duty is our topmost priority. Right? And when we do that, and that too, being conscious about Krishna, about who we are, right? Now Bapuji was here and then such beautiful kathas and speaking and parvachan he was doing. So one question somebody asked that Bapuji, we hear all of this, we get very motivated. But how could we continue to remember this? Because when Bapuji is here, when you are here, when we speak to you, we know that yes, this is our only goal. But how to always remember this and act upon this every single day? Bapuji said that because we have still not taken this seriously, we're still taking this very lightly. The day we start understanding and start taking this seriously, taking what seriously, that who am I? Who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Where do I have to go after this life? The moment we start taking that seriously, then everything, right, we will start to remember, because that is the most important for us. Right now, it is all, yes, along with the chanting, I have to do it, this also, I have to do that also, and everything, right? But when we realize the importance, Bapuji was just gave this beautiful katha that once there were three people that were walking in the dark in the jungle. They were coming back. Immediately a voice came that stop. do not take one more step forward. If you take one more step forward, you will die. They all stopped. Then the voice said, now bend down and pick up whatever comes in your hand and take whatever you want. So they all started to bend down. They felt it. It felt like small stones and all of these things. But they could not see anything. It was very dark. They picked it up. They filled their bag. The voice said, take how much ever you want. But remember that tomorrow when you go home and you wake up, you will be happy and sad when you see this. So they all became very nervous. Then what does this mean? That we will become very happy and be very sad at the same time. So they had taken their bags. Then the voice said, okay, now walk around and go back. And they started walking back and they went back, took another way. Next morning they woke up. They were all very nervous and at the same time wanted to see. They couldn't wait. They were very eager to see what they had got. They opened, and all of that they had brought in their bag was jewelry. It was like stones, like precious stones, diamonds, emeralds, and all of those things. Then they remembered the voice. The voice said, when you see this tomorrow, you will be happy and sad. They were happy that we got this, but they were sad that why didn't we take more? Right? Similarly, when we leave this body, and at that time, we realize that what we had done, all of the chanting, all of that was so good. It was so precious for us. But I wish we could have done more. So remember, what we are getting today are these precious diamonds that we do not understand the value of. Right? Today, taking the holy name of Krishna is very affordable for us. Everyone is healthy, everyone is fine. But the moment that any disease, old age, or anything else hits us, it will become very difficult. So let us not regret, like those people who took those diamonds, that we did not take enough. We should not regret that we did not chant Krishna's name enough, because when we leave this body, we should be happy that yes, that we chanted. At the same time, be content that yes, we chanted all that we could. Right? We should not, don't have that regret during that time that I wish I could have chanted some more. Let us not leave with that regret. Krishna is saying that one who is performing his duty unattached to the fruits of his work and who works as he is obligated is in the renounced order of life that he is as good as a sannyasi. And Srila Prabhupada took that one step further. That if one who is in the Grihastha life, one is even married, and they have a spouse, a husband or a wife who is very supportive of all of the spiritual work or seva or harinam, kirtan, satsang that they are doing, then that is as good as being a sannyasi. Right? Prabhupada wrote that in a letter to his disciple. That you are as good as sannyasi. Because these days, in the Kali Yuga, remember, in the Sati Yuga, right, the demons and the demigods and the god lived on different planets. Right? Then, in the Treta Yuga, they came on the same planet, Ram and Ravan. Right? And then, in the Dwapar Yuga, they came in the same continent also, Kans and Ram. And the Kali Yuga, right, it is in the same household. But we should work very hard to maintain that love and relationship with everyone in the household. Right? So this, if we have a supportive spouse, and children, then it is as good as being a sannyasi, given that we're performing all of the actions for Guru and Krishna. And Krishna continues, then he is a true mystic, right? He can create miracles. He is blessed. Not he who does no, who lights no fire and performs no duty. You will see some people just wait to see that what is going to happen. Oh, whatever will happen, I'll just leave it on fate. No, we need to try at least. Because Krishna also cannot do anything for us until we don't try. Right? Krishna is clearly saying, not he who lights no fire and performs no duty. He doesn't want to light a fire, also, still he wants the heat in the winter time. How will that work? Right? That will not work. So that's why Krishna is saying over here that the highest type of work is to perform our duty, being unattached to the fruits. Over here, then we can move to 6.2. And in 6.2, Krishna is saying that what is called renunciation, you should know to be the same as yoga, or linking oneself with the Supreme. O son of Pandu, for one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. So yoga is means, it's Sanskrit means yog, to link, right? Linking oneself with the Supreme Lord. So karma yoga means we are doing all of the actions so that we can link ourselves to the Supreme Lord. Yeah, there is Dhyan yoga, so all of these other yoga Krishna will talk about. But he will also say that karma yoga is the highest. Right? So when one renounces, when one becomes a sannyasi, what are they doing? They were not just wear the saffron clothes, but everything that they do, right, is to link themselves to that Supreme Lord. And when we are in a family life and we are doing the same thing, then Krishna is saying that it is, and Prabhupada is saying that it is as good as being a sannyasi. Why? Because you're only working, performing your duty for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Right? And over here, in the real sannyasi, they know that Krishna is the Supreme Lord and I'm part and parcel of Krishna. I'm a living entity that is, you know, that is part of Guru, Krishna. So, over here, when we are performing all of these activities to link ourselves with the Supreme Lord, O son of Pandu, Krishna continues that for one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. So if we stop working for the fruit of our actions and we're doing everything just because we love our spiritual master, because we love Krishna, right? Then that is as good as being a sannyasi. And one can never become a yogi or a mystic or one who walks on this path of bhakti yoga unless he gives up all of the desire for sense gratification. Right? Today we all work for our sense gratification. But if we start working in Krishna consciousness that I'm doing this activity, I'm making someone smile today, making someone laugh. Remember, when we have the opportunity to help someone, we should always help. Because we should take that as a sign from Krishna. That Krishna, this work you could have taken from anyone. You have so many demigods at your disposal at any moment. But you have given me this opportunity to please someone, to serve someone. Right? So we should always make use of that opportunity. But one can never become a yogi unless he renounces the desire for sense gratification. That is the main point. Whether we're living in a grahastha life or in a sannyasi life, if anyone starts working for that, for sense gratification, right? Then that is not in yoga. But If someone is living in the Grahastha life and is performing actions in Krishna consciousness, right? They are performing the same yoga as a sannyasi, that they are linking oneself with the Supreme Lord. And not only that, they're linking their family also. We'll continue again tomorrow with this chapter 6 of Dhyan Yoga. We will end here for today. Before we end, we'll chant together Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Vrindavan Chandra Bihari Lal Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Hare Krishna.